Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Suzanne with Arvabelle. So on this channel so far, I've talked very generally about money and business and investing, but I wanted to do something a little bit different and talk more specifically about what I personally do to manage my own money on a variable income. So for those of you who do not know me, I am a full-time freelancer, which means that month to month, my income can change drastically. And for anyone who is working a freelance job or a commission-based job, having a flexible or variable income does add a level of difficulty when you're trying to budget and you're trying to start investing and you're really just trying to get a handle on your money. So I wanted to share 5 things that I do that help me manage my own money. Basically, these 5 steps in order are going to be planning ahead, budgeting, investing, using sinking funds, and then spending. So before I even worry about the current month's budget, I am always looking 1 to 2 months ahead. And what do I mean by that? So 1 to 2 months in advance, I am doing things to make sure that I am going to have income coming in 1 or 2 months out. So that means vetting new clients, right? If you have a VA or someone helping you with your business, that is when you would want to start onboarding them and getting them comfortable with your business or whatever it is that you're doing. You want to be doing that 1 to 2 months out so that when you actually reach that time, everything is sort of set into place and you aren't scrambling to get new clients or to train new people. Planning all of that type of stuff out ahead of time gives me a pretty solid idea of how much I'm actually going to be making in those months. And it's super important that you do that because you can lose clients or things can happen, things can fall through, and you need to have a plan in place for where your money is going to be coming from. So does everything always pan out exactly? No, of course not. Sometimes I go over, sometimes I go under what I think I'm going to make, but so far it's always been in the ballpark of what I plan for. All of the other 4 steps kind of fall under the umbrella of budgeting, but I'm going to break that down further and kind of like let you know how I personally set up my own thing to make sure that I am actually still saving and investing money as well as reinvesting money back into my business. So budgeting is slightly more difficult when you don't know exactly how much money you're going to be making, but if your income is truly just all over the place and you don't know what you should be using as like a baseline for your budget, I will help you out. Take the last 12 months of your income, take the lowest month, and that's your budget. Anything else that you make over that amount, great. And now you have extra money that you can distribute to different places, but you want to use that lowest month just in case you hit any bumps in the road, or if you have a slow month or 2, or like I said, if you lose a client or something like that, you want to be prepared. So you want to make sure that all of your essentials are covered by whatever that baseline is. Once you know the amount that you're actually working with, so whatever that lowest month was, that is when you then want to figure out what you are saving, investing, and spending. So for me personally, what that looks like is investing first, right? You always hear like pay yourself first, but how do you do that? So every month for me, I know exactly how much I want to invest into my retirement accounts to max them out or to reach a certain amount by the end of the year, whatever my goals are for those accounts. So I know that I have to make at least that amount of money, and that is where that money is going to first. So if you are a freelancer or if you work for yourself in any capacity, this might be contributions to a Roth IRA, to a SEP IRA. It may be reinvesting things back into your business to grow it. It could also, if you're not quite there yet in your financial journey, it could also just be money that you set aside to start paying off your debt or to start paying off student loans. It may also be just setting aside money for an emergency fund. Wherever you are saving or investing your money, you want to make sure that those accounts are taken care of first in your budget. Setting up automatic transfers from your main account or accounts into your investment accounts or savings accounts also makes it much easier to actually save the amount of money that you want to. Because if you are the one that's having to pull the money out, you're less likely to do it than if it's just automatically scheduled to take that money out for you. So after that, obviously you want to take care of all of your necessities and the things that allow you to live your life. But as far as saving outside of retirement accounts and investment accounts, I have started using what are called sinking funds, and I've only started doing this recently, but it's actually been working out very well. So the idea of sinking funds is basically that you're setting aside money for a certain goal or a certain thing that you know you're going to have to buy, and you do not touch that money. You set it aside for that purpose, and you don't touch that money until the time comes to buy whatever it is that you are buying. So I use sinking funds mostly for business-related things, but that's just because I don't really spend that much money on personal things anyways. But you can use this really for anything. Like if you know that you're going to spend a certain amount at Christmas time every year, you can use it for that. So to start a sinking fund, basically you would take whatever the thing or event is that you're saving for and divide it by the number of months that you have left until that event or until you have to buy that thing. And that's how much money you need to set aside every month so that when the time comes to actually pay for it, you already have all of that money saved up and you're not scrambling to find an extra few dollars to pay for it. So I'll give you an example of one that I actually have, and that is to pay for my Adobe renewal every year. So that's about $400, and I know that I have an entire year to save up for it. So that means that I'm just setting aside about $33 every month, because I know that when the time comes next year, I'm going to have to pay for that anyways, and I don't want to randomly be pulling $400 out of my budget that was supposed to go to something else. So I really treat those sinking funds like bills that I have to pay every month, especially if it's for things that I know that are essential to me or to my business or whatever it is. And I like to think of it almost like reverse financing. So let's say that you have a sinking fund for a new mattress or something. Does it not make more sense that instead of going out and financing a mattress at $150 a month at some ridiculous interest rate, does it not make more sense to just save $150 a month before you buy the mattress and then just pay for it in full and not have to pay extra in interest? I don't know. That's something to think about, but I think that sinking funds are extremely effective and I would definitely recommend at least trying it. So it's not until after all of that that I actually spend money. And even then, for me personally, it's business things first and then spending on personal things. So if I want to go to Target, but I don't have any money left, that sucks. I'm not going to Target. And that is just something that you have to realize, is that once you get yourself into the habit of flipping investing and spending, and you invest and save first, you are not going to have as much money left. But that's probably because you also just weren't saving any money before. So that's the trade-off that you kind of have to make, but it is setting yourself up for a better future financially. So I think the trade-off is worth it. So with any type of variable income, it is so important to figure all of this stuff out ahead of time, because if you have 1 or 2 bad months or slow months and your spending is out of control, that is going to bite you in the butt. So if you would like to see a video more on budgeting and see an actual template that you can use, I will link to another video that I did on budgeting here. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else related to this or just anything else in general that you'd like for me to talk about. And as always, I will see you guys next time.